Hello, welcome. My name is Brian Podolak with Corp, and I appreciate you taking a few moments to review this video to see if this job opportunity we have is for you. Let me start by making sure that you do realize it is commission only. There is no salary, and that was in the ad, but some people miss it. However, the opportunity here to earn is very, very large because you are participating in the multi-billion-dollar pharmaceutical industry. Some of the things you're going to be seeing on this video might be a little hard to read, but there's a link there in the comments section which will direct you to where every single piece of paper we go over will be available for you to download. We'll also explain at the end of the video and also in the comment section there where to go to sign up if you're interested. So first and foremost, the opportunity is this. We walk into doctors' offices and see if they're looking to make more money. That's right. We don't collect money, we actually give it. And this is how it works. The patient survey you see on your screen here, and again, it may be hard to read, but again, there will be a link to it. Basically, is a patient walking into a doctor's office, filling this out. The doctor submits it to our electronic HIPAA compliant CRM and earns $50. And we'll see more about that in a moment. The way we make our money is we hope that the doctor, upon reviewing that, based on their professional discretion, may write a script to the patient to ease their pain. Keep in mind on that survey that the patient did say if it were available, they'd be interested in receiving a new and alternative, non-addictive medication protocol, which our product has. Now, for every one of these scripts that come in, you make money. Let me show you how it works. So let's just say you have a doctor that only sees 15 patients a day. Let's just say only 25% of them had some type of pain. That doctor would earn approximately $4,050 for the month. Now, you as a sales rep, we should be able to see approximately 18 scripts, and you'd earn about $3,000 for the month for one doctor. So if you can get up to 10 doctors within the first 30 days, you could see how much the earnings would be. Now, on top of that, most doctors over time earn more than this, but it doesn't happen that first month. So go ahead and let your doctors ramp up over a 90-day period, and you should see something like somewhere around there. Therefore, if you just had one of those physicians, you'd be earning somewhere around $7,000 to $8,000 per month. Okay, so the bottom line is you have an opportunity to sign up doctors, allow them to earn money with surveys, you make money on the prescriptions, and everybody wins. Now, of course, your first question is, hey, Brian, is this legal? And it is. And again, you'll have a link to get this, but our attorneys are Trentham Kemker. They're out of South Florida. They're a leading healthcare expert. We have over 7 figures in legal fees to make sure that the model we do is 100% legal. Now, at this point in time, I'm hoping you're saying, okay, Brian, that's great. I got to find a doctor, but how hard is it? I don't have any sales experience. I've never done this before. Well, whether you've had sales experience or not, let me show you how I've done it, and let me know what you think. I don't believe in business cards. I believe in a piece of paper that tells my story, and I believe in short paragraphs. So if you notice these first 2 paragraphs, I'm just going to put them in my own words, and this is basically your presentation. It would be something like this. Hello, my name is Brian with Corp, and we're currently looking for physicians in the podiatrist specialty to participate in our coordinator program. The average physician in a program generates an additional $100,000 a year or more in ancillary income. Simply put, patients will fill out a survey, and then we show them the survey, whereby we only need a few questions at the bottom input into our HIPAA compliant CRM, and you would earn $50 per survey or 15 minutes of your time at $200 an hour. So if you had 150 patients a month come through your doors and they each took one of these surveys, you would earn $7,500 a month for your time. Now look, I'm brand new to the company. I want to make sure everything's explained in perfect detail. I don't want to give you any wrong information. Do you have 10 minutes for a webinar? If they say yes, you'll schedule the webinar with us. We'll do the entire presentation. We'll close the physician. You are required to be there for the training of the physician, which takes 10 minutes on their next visit. That's it. Now, you may want to go by that doctor 2-3 times that first week when they first start on the program to make sure things work well. But then thereafter, you should only have to visit them about once a month. And we want to spend more of your time going after more doctors. So if you think you can basically take these first 2 paragraphs, put them in your own words, go out and visit some doctors, and make some money, then this job is for you. Now, our average rep in 30 days should be able to sign up about 7 to 10 physicians. those first physicians, even though we showed you the calculator, use this as your default. Say every doctor you sign up, you should earn about $1,500 in your pocket that first 30 days. So that's how come we push you to go get that 10 doctors as quickly as possible. Keep in mind your commission that starts at 15%, but as soon as you hit that 10th active doctor, you'll move up to a 20% commission rate. So we want to do everything we can do to help you be successful. Now at this time, if you think this is something you want to do and you don't need to see any more of the video, simply go below to the link that has their help desk link, open up a ticket, and ask for a copy of the contract, and you'll be able to get going right away. If you'd like to see a little more information, what I'd like to do then is very briefly run through a presentation like we would run through for a doctor and see if this makes sense for you. So again, this would be a presentation we give the physician. I'm going to do this. It does take about 10 minutes. You can watch this at another time, but I think it helps bring the point home. So remember, you've visited the doctor, you've let them know they can earn $50 for every survey. You've left behind a copy of that legal opinion, very key, after you set that appointment, to leave a copy of that, which is a 6-page opinion, so they can review it. This way, when we're on the webinar, they know that everything we're talking about is legal, because this is such a unique concept. That question comes up all the time. So I'll give a quick, brief overview of one of our webinars. Hello, doctor. My name is Brian with Clinical Corp. Thank you for your time. I do know that you have a copy of that legal opinion letter, and I'd just like to bring out one part of it, which is that the physicians that we engage to conduct our surveys must be in a position to refer patients for our compounded pharmaceuticals. What this means, doctor, is that if you submit 100 surveys and there's no prescriptions for any of these patients, we're not going to have any data relevant to the efficacy of our software. However, if you have 100 surveys and let's say 90 scripts, even if only 20 or 30 adjudicate, that's not your problem. You still get paid on those 100 surveys. We do not adjust your compensation based on the results of how much we make on the prescriptions or how many get approved by the insurance company. But again, doctor, we are looking for scripts to back up that survey. Quick way to think about it is a car manufacturer. Would they want to buy survey data from people who don't drive? And if you remember on that survey, there was a point there where we did ask, where the patient did say they are looking for a non-addictive formula, and we feel that we have that. So going forward, doctor, we do want to make sure that you receive compensation that's, again, 100% compliant with the Stark laws, anti-kickback laws, Sunshine Act statutes, and Patient Brokerage Act. So our whole business model is to make sure that we add revenue to your practice and at the exact same time stay in legal compliance. Now that survey that you have, for the amount of time it takes to upload into our system, which you'll see at the end of this presentation, just takes a minute or two. We'll compensate you at the usual and customary rate of $200 an hour. Now, being that you're allowed to bill us in increments of 15 minutes, that's $50 per survey. Please keep in mind we need those surveys uploaded the same day and at the same time also those prescriptions. Now, doctor, during that first month, we do limit you to 80 surveys at $50. Or $4,000. So a quick way I like to get doctors started is our average physician sees 30 or 40 patients a day. Approximately 50% of those are on private insurance and maybe 75 to 80% suffer from pain. You'd be able to earn $5,000, $6,000. So if your first month, if you just have that goal of 4 or 5 surveys a day, that's it. And our physician support department will help you be successful in earning money and to move up from there. And remember, doctor, we're compensating for the surveys, not for the prescriptions. Basically, to sign up, doctor, you'll have a representative that's sitting next to you. They'll walk you through signing up. Our HR department will verify your license is in good standing, and then we'll fire you out a welcome package. And in that welcome package, doctor, will be your link to sign in, copies of the survey, the startup guide, script template, and a link to our recorded series. Your doctor, even though it says we're going to call you within 48 hours, we really call you 3 or 4 times that first week. We want to make sure you start the program strong, submitting the surveys, submitting the scripts, making sure everything is working, and ultimately that your patients are getting that utmost level of care. Then we'll follow up with you weekly thereafter. And again, our whole goal is to make sure that the earnings are with whatever goals that we set, and that if you have any questions on the activity log entry, the script pads, reordering the script pads, anything of that you need, we'll answer those at that time. On that first call, we will talk about the script pad, we'll talk about the different formulations, our different pharmacy contacts, and any other general questions and answers you may have. So to get started, doctor, all you'll need to do is electronically sign our agreement, which will send you a link in your email. This will establish our legal relationship and outline your compensation and responsibilities. This is a 1-year agreement, doctor, which keeps us compliant with the Stark laws, but you can cancel at any time. There is no penalties and there are no minimums. Then you or your staff will distribute that survey to patients as part of your standard case management, and then append the survey in the activity log. And again, we'll see this in a minute. We'll send you out a copy of our 80-page ebook. We'll also send you out an electronic copy of that opinion letter that you have in your hands. And for your convenience in this welcome package, we'll also have a reference sheet, which you'll see in a couple slides. So all that happens is you'll review the survey, you'll look at your reference sheet, figure out what you think is best for that patient, fill out the script, fax it into us, and then we'll distribute it to one of our 33 pharmacies. After our first month, doctor, outside of the pain cream, we have a lot of other different services. We're not just a compound pharmacy. We are a true partner. We're going to help you create different profit centers. One of the most common profit centers to start as your second one is our pharmaceutical weight loss protocol. What basically that is in a nutshell is a software the patient gets for free where they can track the food they eat, the exercise they take, the water they drink, and they check their weight on a daily basis. Based on that, you may at your discretion prescribe something such as HCG. Now, this is not covered by insurance, but the patient can pay with their credit card or even their PayPal account in the back end. So you would write the script, you're able to maintain that relationship with the patient, so on and so forth. Keep in mind, most states require that you visit that patient, the patient comes back to visit you rather, every 30 days. So you're also able to acquire a couple extra office visits to keep track of that patient. And most importantly, we know that obesity in the United States is a huge problem, and this is a great way to help people to start getting themselves into better health. So again, doctor, jumping into the reference sheet, you'll see our different pain creams. We also have a scar reduction one here. This is great if a person has either stretch marks or a scar from either a surgery or cut. It could be a 20-year-old scar. The cream will still work in reducing it dramatically. We also have a wound cream. That wound cream, again, is good for, again, right after a surgery or an accident, or if somebody suffers from an open wound that just won't heal. So basically, after filling out, here's your script pad. This will be pre-populated. Fill in the patient's information, do a couple of check marks here, sign, date, and fax it in to our pharmacy network. Now remember this survey here, doctor? There's a few fields here at the bottom. Let me show you what happens. You're going to log into your portal, which looks like this. And once you click activity log, this top half will be pre-populated for your practice. You'll simply go to the survey date, select the sex of the patient, the date of birth by clicking this little calendar. It's very quick to find. The ICD code, which I'll send you a list, there's only 3 you need to choose from, and a build time of hard-coded of 15 minutes, and click add. That's it, doctor. That's the only information I need. The rest of that survey is for your records. We only want those fields. You click add. That also acts as your invoice. You've earned $50. So let's just say you set a goal of 5 surveys a day, which is typically what we do. 5 surveys a day is $250 a day in additional revenue. So if that 5 surveys, let's say there's only 4 or 5 scripts, that's fine. You upload your surveys, you send in your scripts, and everything is okay. Now, for some reason, you got a lot more surveys and the patients decide they don't want the product, even though they asked for it, simply just do not upload the rest of those surveys, because again, we would not be able to purchase of them if we have like 100 surveys and 0 scripts. It's just not going to work for either of us. So doctor, at the same time, how do we support you? Well, we have the physician representative, the person sitting next to you. We have pharmacists and medical directors to answer all pharmaceutical and clinical questions, and IT staff around the clock to help you logging in reports, etc. Now, doctor, we know that this is legal. We know that that extra $5,000 a month would initially help your practice. I see you have some training scheduled in tomorrow at 10 a.m. How does that sound? And by the way, that's it. So if after seeing this webinar, reviewing some of the materials in the Dropbox, and you want to get started, great. We'd love to have you as part of the team. In the bottom of our YouTube comments here, there's a link to our help desk. You'll simply go to the help desk, open up a ticket. And when you open up that ticket, you're going to go ahead and mention that you want to join the webinar, and it's right here. That's our Facebook group too. We'll talk about that in a minute. But at getmorepatients.today, that's support.getmorepatients.today. Let me put it here to make sure that everybody sees that. That's where you're going to go ahead and you're going to log. There we go. Okay. Oh, it crossed out. I don't know why I did that. That's what happens when you're trying to do 20 things at a time. But basically, that is our website, support.getmorepatients.today. You'll have a classification of getting started. Put in your name, email, and say, want to get started. That's fine. Make sure you put in the little verification and submit. Max or Mark or one of the other people will get back to you and they'll get you going. Now, what's going to happen is this. We're going to send you out a copy of the agreement for your review. That's basically your 1099 agreement. Review that. And then when Max or Mark or any of the other, Fred, who depends who's busy at the time, will give you a call. They'll do a 30-minute, basically, phone interview, see if this is the right fit for you, answer any other questions you may have, and you can get started right away. We have full training Monday nights and Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern. We also have a lot of different videos on our Dropbox location that you'll be able to get. So again, a copy of the Dropbox is right here. So again, this is also at the bottom, but right here, tiny.cc/clinicalcorp or tinyurl.com/clinicalcorp. These links are in the bottom and the YouTube there, along with the help desk, a support.getmorepatients.today. Once you do that, one of the gentlemen will also send you the training and all the information you need. So I hope that I didn't take up too much of your time. I'm hoping this is something you want to do. Let's talk about those numbers one more time where you should be able to make some money. So again, if we can get one doctor, and you really believe that after seeing that presentation that doctor can simply, let's just see, he says 30 patients a day, and let's say only 25% of them suffer in pain, that doctor could still earn that $8,000 a month, and that's typically where they are in about 60 to 90 days. You should earn at least $5,000 a month for that doctor. But again, use your rule of thumb. I'm going to earn $1,500 when I sign up a physician that first month, and keep that in the back of your mind and go sign up 10 doctors. Well, again, I appreciate your time. I wanted to keep this short. If you believe this is a fit for you, please take it the next step by going to that help desk and opening up a ticket. Thank you very much for your time. I look forward to working with you again, and have a great day.